Hey everyone, HorseyEatYou here. We are back with the Great Ace Attorney. We all know we're back for the Great Ace Attorney. Like, I knew when I woke up. I slept very poorly, didn't get a lot of sleep. Like, today's a good day for Ace Attorney. Yeah, I've been procrastinating this though. I haven't had a lot of time to record, but I gotta get this done. 23rd of February, 9:23 a.m. Oh, I'm scared. Dot. Like, I was looking at the dates. It's almost been a month since I started this case. Like, I've got to finish it today. Hopefully. This is it then, Mr. Naruhodo. It's time to put an end to this now. To the miserable curse that has been plaguing Mr. Natsume. To everything! In my own small way, I shall do everything I can to help you. Always appreciate your help, Miss Susato. Suffering Soseki selfishly sidelined! Yeah, focus on him. Give him attention. Give him pets. Good morning to you, Mr. Natsume. Good morning! Good morning, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Listen to you two chatting away happily as if the main player of today's trial isn't here. Why would you do that? Why? I want a side game where you play as Natsume. Here. We don't mean to cause offense, Mr. Natsume. That perhaps because your eyes shut so tightly, you're meditating, finding inner calm. Seemed wrong to disturb you. I was waiting! What's the matter, Mr. Natsume? You seem different somehow today. Does he... He has his resolve. Quite naturally, that's because I've obtained spiritual enlightenment. Okay. The path of literature, you see, is a journey to discover one's own death. Yeah, that's so true. Or such like. That's the sort of morning conversation I was hoping for. That's why I had my eyes shut. Who's that one Japanese author who was all like depressing? Dazai or something? I missed the signs I'm afraid, somehow. You'll have to forgive me. You mustn't talk of your path leading to you to death, Mr. Natsume. That's just an example. Oh, yes, there it is. Inner calm. You barely came to see me at all yesterday. I am sure you'd abandon me. Return to your beautiful, long-lost homeland. Long lost? Not even been in Great Britain a week yet. Wait, really? This is pre-time skip? Okay. Yes, well, anyway. They said everything's straight in court today. Determined to uncover the truth. Actually, you reached an important decision myself. Oh? What sort of decision? Well, I want to look up Ace Attorney Adventures Case 5. When did that take place? Strategy Wiki, do you have it? No. Fandom, there we go. The Unspeakable Story, yeah. Timeline. I do not need the Meiji date. I want April. Okay. Okay, so it's a 2-month time skip. I thought it was longer. She'll fill you in after the trial. Alright. It would seem Mr. Sholmes isn't coming today after all. He'll arrive right in time with his tea thing. A very clever message, I think. My dear fellows, you must win this battle on your own merits. A very clear message, I think. That he's overslept again. The great detective, my arch nemesis. Long may you stay away. If you ask me. Defendant, and your legal representative. The trial's about to begin. Make your way to the courtroom immediately. Okay. Today, once again, we face the Reaper. I'm really excited to see who the prosecutor next case is. When the Reaper stands for the prosecution, the defendant's fate is sealed. I don't believe in that legend any more than I believe in Soseki-san's curse. Truth is hidden here somewhere. I won't let it escape me. I have to keep believing in my client and keep fighting to the very end. That's all. Yeah, I wonder where we start from today. Probably Gregson telling us if the tea was poisoned or not. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. Call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready. Dracula's ready too. Defense is ready. Very good. Now I call upon the 6 ladies and gentlemen of the jury, chosen by lot to represent the will of the people in this trial. Are you ready to proceed? Absolutely. Justice will be done, you mark my words. Oh, I didn't look. Is it still Quinby on number 4, or did they replace her? I'm obliged to say, especially ruthless on days when my hat is sitting just right. Okay, it's still there. I wonder if you could adjust my hat for me. Please be as ruthless as you like. Thieves deserve to die, if you ask me. Especially gas thieves. But no sympathy for the man at all. Okay, said it yesterday, I'll say it again now. Don't have time for this. Got my own problems. Oh, may the Lord show us all the light here. Lead his flock to a righteous verdict again. Now, Lord Banty, what can you tell us? But I thought he was talking about God. He's actually talking about... Prosecution's report, please, for the court. In relation to the theory expounded by the defense yesterday, regarding the defendant's tea. He does have the results. Checking OBS. All good? Before the prosecution delivers the black news about the black tea belonging to the blackguard in the dock, pray, allow me a moment to savor a liquid of a more sanguine hue? Is that how you say that? I've never said... That's just a word that shows up in video games sometimes. Nobody's ever actually said it. How do you say that?
Sanguine.
Sanguine? Gwen? Really? No. In fact, I'll defer to the good detective for the report. Here's to you, Inspector. Hey, Gregson. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. As indicated by the defense, found a bar of soap just outside the victim's window in the snow. There was indeed a frozen, reddish liquid in a little depression on the top of it. Yes, that's the tea. That's what Mr. Natsume brought with him that night. The fact that it was reddish is weird because it was a black tea. The brains of the yard analyzed it. Yes, you're right. It was tea. Oh. There wasn't a trace of strychnine or any other poison substance in it. So we're not going to use Sholmes' super special tea magic? No poison at all. In other words, tea that the defendant brought with him to the victim's room is innocent. It's in the clear. Okay, case is over. We're getting not guilty. That's it. We're done. What a revelation! As I suspected. This makes it quite clear. The defendant, Mr. Soseki... I was talking! My learned friend is jumping to conclusions. Typical Nipponese reaction. What? Yes, it's true. No poison was found in the few drops of liquid recovered from the soap on the window ledge. But, what logic is that? Would you take a drop in the Thames and conclude that the water in the ocean isn't salty? My word! Water in the ocean is extremely salty, Counsel. Exactly. Unfit for drinking. Just as the victim's tea was on the night in question, as the court has already heard. Bitter was the precise word from the lips of Mr. William Shamspeare, whom the prosecution now calls back to the stand. Okay, got him first. Is he about to do his weird movements again? I'm not ready for that. Very well, I'll uphold the prosecution's request. Mr. Shamspeare. Sounds like we're gonna have another confrontation with our theatrical friend. Bailiff, show Mr. Shamspeare to the stand. Oh, God, I hate that smile. Mr. William Shamspeare, the victim of this despicable crime. Oh, heaven, oh, hell, do you command me to remember? Forsooth, 'tis I, Shamspeare, did have a belly full of foul fluid given, in mine innocence. Yes, but as was revealed in yesterday's proceedings, the witness is not as innocent as we had perhaps first been led to believe. By using bars of soap such as this, he's been stealing gas from the supply company, yes. One may smile and smile, and be a villain. Forsooth, 'twas I, Shamspeare, did have a room full of the sweet fuel given. That's right. Fellow jurors, don't forget. Miserable thief. I haven't forgotten. Kept all that about the ice codes a tidy secret, didn't you? Should have owned up sooner. Arrest him, I say, arrest him at once. Let him feel the sting in my tail. Oh, indeed! By dint of vile and cowardly means have I plotted to further my own ends. I confess! Thou wouldst not pardon my sins, of that I am sure. Acknowledge your wrongdoing? What exactly are you doing here? Cowards die many times before their deaths. For a coward such as I, death be well deserved. But would it that a still greater crime passeth unpunished? For lo, the hairy-faced gentleman of farther east than Verona did contrive to poison me. Objection. Stop it, please. There's no poison in the tea found in your room. The police have attested to that. What the defense would assert as an inconsistency will quickly be cleared up by the witness's testimony. Is that not so, Mr. Shamspeare? Barely, my liege. I will most gladly speak. Very well. Let the witness testify to explain this inconsistency. Tell the court why it is that poison apparently entered your body, though none was found in the tea. Witness test. Here we go. Japanese man did come to my chamber with tea brewed in a pot. It was in my cup alone that the wicked miscreant secretly poured his wicked poison. Whilst feigning distraction in our debate, near did a drop of his own drink pass his lips. When he departed by and by, did use the tea that remained in his cup to make my coins of ice. Thus, 'tis no surprise that poison be found. What was that sound effect? Found in the tea that I did pour into the molds of soap. Poison was slipped into the cup after the tea had been poured. The normal way for poison to be administered, my experience. Quite. Otherwise, it would be disastrous if the poisoner were to mix up the cups, for instance. But no poison bottle was found at the scene. It is quite simply that Nipponese took the bottle back into his own room. The absence of a vessel containing the poison only becomes problematic when considering suicide. I knew that. By now it should be perfectly clear. A bar or two of cheap soap is wholly insufficient to wash the deep stains of guilt from the accused's hands. Sirs, madams, 'tis true that I, Shamspeare, be a common thief of gas. But listen here, ladies and gentlemen. This man is insane. Wherefore would I lie? Verily, I have no cause. I have not to lose. Well, I do declare. Thank you for your testimony, witness. Counsel, proceed with the cross-examination. Yes, my lord. Okay. Here we go. Key inconsistency. Japanese man. Hold on. Let me look over my evidence again. It's been a little bit. What do we have to do? We got the photo. We got the thing about Selden. We got handprints. Oh, I forgot about this one. I don't know. Why would you have your hands against the, like, he was doing push-up against the wall? Or I don't know. Who just texted me? Is this like a clue for Ace Attorney? This better be important. Okay, lol. Good one. Wait, hold on. I want to look at the medical report. Condition of a small quantity of strychnine. Toxic effects present 30 minutes after ingestion. High likelihood of the substance having been mixed with the tea. Wait, do they know it was strychnine? I thought they were just theorizing it was. Poisoning incident occurred around 1:30. This is from the pocket watch, which is awfully convenient. No container for the poison was found at the scene. We have the envelope, which we haven't done anything with yet. Teacups, beat map, the books. Came to the chamber with the tea brewed in a pot. Was it my cup alone the wicked miscreant secretly poured his wicked poison? How would he? Like he was just like, oh, look over there, Romeo, and poured it in. Whilst feigning distraction in our debate, he did a drop of his own drink past his lips. When he departed by and by, I did use the tea that remained in his cup to make my coins of ice. No surprise, the poison be not found in the tea I did pour into the molds of soap. I feel like these two lines are the big ones. Are you saying that you saw the moment when the poison was added to your tea? I've witnessed the act and then drank the tea? Now let's describe the actions of a fool. Quite so, quite so. But no one likes going thirsty, do they? Sooner would I die quenched than parched. But I have the choice. Actually, on the night in question, the waterman was frozen, wasn't it? Were it not for the tea, in sooth I would sooner have died frozen than quenched or parched. No ice coins means no heating. Witness had more than one brush with death on the night in question. Mind the court, Mr. Shamspeare, as to whether the accused drank any of the tea which he brought with him. The greatest pleasure, my liege. Okay, next line. Can we... Is there anything about the teacups that proves he drank from it? Oh, tea... Oh, is it the tea ring? Can we just present this as is?
Objection!
Yeah, okay, perfect. You claim that Mr. Natsume didn't drink a drop of tea on the night in question. But that's impossible! Literally impossible. How? Chop logic? Is that one of those words Shakespeare just made up? What is this, clad fiend? Two teacups from the scene, one used by the victim, the other by the defendant. I have a clear difference between them, one that represents incontrovertible proof. Incontrovertible? How many syllables is that? Incontrovertible. 6! What difference? Look at the inside of the cups. Just here. It's a clearly visible ring. They're really playing the epic music for this. It's a tea ring. Commonplace enough. Indeed, such things occur all too readily when one leaves tea in a cup for a while. And yet, Mr. Natsume's cup has no such ring. Good lord! You're right. Completely clean! And prithee, sir, what makest thou of it? Exactly what Mr. Natsume told the court yesterday. A Japanese saying he quoted. Drink tea while it's hot! I don't think you'd finish it, I just remembered the quote. That's right, yes. The jittery Mr. Natsume was true to his usual self that night and drank his tea in no time. If, as you claim in your testimony, he didn't touch a drop of his tea, a ring would have developed on the inside of his cup as well, after the several hours the tea was left standing. But, in short, Mr. Shamspeare, clearly lied to the court. Get thee to another -y! Is that a Shakespeare quote?
Objection!
Like, I've heard that line before. I mean, everything's a Shakespeare quote, actually. As a rule, I fill my hallowed chalice up 7 times during any one trial. Well, no, I think that's a Monty Python quote, and then Shakespeare quoted Monty Python. You might want to keep that information to yourself. Yet on the occasion, tedium distracts me and I pour more times than I intended until the bottle is dry. Drinking habits are fascinating, but irrelevant. On the contrary, they illustrate the fickleness of human memory. To William Shamspeare. Yes, my liege? Though you previously stated you made the coins of ice from the leftover tea in the accused's cup, could it be that you were perhaps mistaken? Eh? Could it be that perhaps there's some tea remaining in the small teapot left at the scene? Don't give him an out! A fact that had vanished from your memory until now. You're being an Edgeworth right now. Don't be an Edgeworth. Faith, my liege, thou art a magician. For verily, 'tis as though thou hadst seen with thine own eyes that night. It was from the teapot then that would have poisoned Natsume too. What? Forsooth, I was mistook. I did plan to use tea from the Japanese fellow's cup, but lo, when I looked, it was empty. Wait, is the teapot left there? Oh, is that the one? Well, what's the difference from a teapot and a kettle? Are they the same thing? I think they're the same thing. Okay. Or I thought it was Natsume's teapot though, or am I misremembering? Thus did I use the drugs that festered in at the teapot, as my liege did suggest. You just suddenly remembered now that you made a mistake before. Are we supposed to believe that?
Objection.
People's memories are imperfect, my lord. Which is why we rely on evidence instead. I mean, there's no evidence that Natsume poisoned him though. But in any case, it makes no difference. The victim's most recent testimony tells us two things of note. Firstly, the poison was put into the victim's teacup only. And secondly, the spoiled cup was not the source of the insipid ice coins that have bewitched this court. Prosecution makes a fine summary of the facts. Furthermore, that testimony remains valid and in full support of the established facts. In other words... Oh no, cool scene. The inconsistency claimed by the defense simply does not exist. No! Does this mean then we're gonna have another summation examination? Dude, it clearly means there's no issue with the gas thief's testimony. Apart from the bit about thieving gas, obviously. My lords, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I do solemnly swear. After I did dine at Grubb's Grubbery Ale House that night, that did pass my lips, but the black tea given me by the Japanese, whose back be stupid as low as death. On what did you dine, sir? Has he mentioned that at all yet? I did partake of my favorites. A broth as what's be called soup, and a leaf as what's be called salad. Isn't salubrious a menu as the establishment where it was served? But you gods will give us some faults to make us men. Willingly would I suffer what punishment 'tis seen fit to serve a wicked thief of gas. But I pray ye wise and noble fellows, ne'er forgetteth the simple truth. It's pronounced near, right? Not never. That be one thing, and this be another. Jurors, all your humble servant Shamsphere doth entreat you, punish the Japanese fellow for his sins. My lord! Oh, I may speak, my lord. Yes, Mr. Foreman? Believe we may have been duped by that rotten defense lawyer. By me? And you declare you may be right. We all know the waif there was making coins of ice to keep himself warm. This lawyer lad says if he's stealing gas, he's leaving a dose of poison, eh? But leading us up the garden path, that's what he's been doing. Really never said anything like that. But we just heard from the victim there, so open our eyes again. We reached a decision this time, won't be swayed from it. Court acknowledges the position of the jury foreman. We'll duly hear the jury's findings. But no, you can't yet. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you'll state your decisions now.
Guilty.
Okay, here we go again.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
I'm guessing this is where we somehow bring like the Selden stuff into it. But is it really just gonna be, well, I mean, my current theory, right, is that Shamsphere orchestrated all of this. But is that really just gonna be the answer? Like, he's Selden. He killed him with gas. And did he accidentally kill, like, poison himself a little, or is that a fraud or what? And I don't even know. Hereby declare the jury to be in one accord. Oh, happy day! How is this happening? My lord, the defense asserts its right to carry out a summation examination. Very well. Court upholds the defense's right. Typical. My learned friend is unable to accept the obvious truth. Trial will therefore enter its second summation examination immediately. Jurors, the court calls upon each of you to state the grounds upon which you find the defendant guilty of the crime of which he is charged. Initial finding. Jurors' contentions. I'm a man of logic, me. Having considered all the evidence, the defendant must logically be guilty. You agree that gas is far too expensive? Might understand why the man will avoid paying. Yeah, that's fair. Stuff explodes, it can poison you. It's absolutely lethal, gases. That's probably a relevant line. Gas doesn't come for free. It's a fortune to deliver it around the city and maintain the pipes. Truth be told, tea my wife serves up for me is a little sketchy at times. Nothing else passes the victim's lips that night. No other explanation, is there? You feel that perhaps personal opinion about gas and its supplies influences your decision somewhat, you think? Never mind. Oh no, you really shouldn't mind. Truth is, our counter-argument wasn't as unassailable as we hoped. Mr. Shamspeare was poisoned. There can be no doubt of that. How are we supposed to turn this around? Think? We need to establish the method by which he was actually poisoned. Our only hope is to demonstrate that to the court incontrovertibly. That's surely almost impossible at this stage. If you don't manage it though, Mr. Natsume will be found guilty. We won't get to go write his book in Japan. There'll be an inconsistency. No delays, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination. We'll have a time paradox. We can't lose. Stop! Get out of there! I don't want you in the frame. Prince's rebuttal. It's definitely about the gas. So just press everything related to gas. This is the time or place to be discussing the price of gas. Really, think of the injustice. Oh yeah, I forgot about the look around thing. Air is a gas and air is free. Why should Altamont gas cost money? You know, that should make a good point. Makes my blood boil. I feel myself becoming more ruthless than ever. Isn't the time or place to be ruthless either, but her hat's on right, she has to be ruthless. If I might interject here. Yes madam? Seems my fellow juror takes issue with the price our company charges for gas. Precisely because of thieves like this man, the cost goes up. Oh, what a beastly man. What? Why him? Oh no, I'm not somebody who hasn't been stealing gas. I'll thank you not to be adding on more crimes. Hasn't been poisoning tea either. Anyway, quite made up my mind. It's made up as the price of gas. Okay, you next.
Hold it!
Would you please talk about the poison? No, keep talking about gas. Be like, to be honest, I'll take poison over gas every time. You take poison? What I mean is, poison can only poison you. Doesn't explode, does it? Goodness me, what are you talking about? Set him straight, please, lawyer man. Well, certainly true that poison isn't prone to exploding. I think you'll find poison also can't light up or heat up a room. Ah! You're right! I didn't consider that at all. But sometimes, poison can be medicine. Have you considered that? Or is it medicine can be poison? Or I don't know. Young lawyer man. Yes? A good head on your shoulders. You use someone like you as our company's legal representative. Oh no, don't do it! I wasn't expecting to pick up more business in the middle of a trial, that's for sure. Anyway, the point is, I haven't had the best experience with gas companies in the past. Actually, Naruhodo becomes a lawyer for like a fossil fuel company, and he has to, like, it's not our fault we spilled all the oil in the ocean. Okay, that wasn't us. That could happen to anyone. You know, it's a common mistake.
Hold it!
Gas related, so we press. Please refrain from the talk of all the gas. All out attack underway here in case you hadn't noticed. It's my company's gas. Supposed to sit here and take it, am I? I don't think so. She's really buzzing now. Shut up. I only heard about our wonderful fuels, explosions, and poisonings. What about electricity? What about getting electrocuted? What about that? Little explosion here and there is nothing in comparison. Explosion can hardly be described as nothing, madam. Nevertheless, the theft of your gas is deplorable. My point exactly. Gas thieves aren't even the worst of our enemies. Far more devious reprobates to contend with on a daily basis, you know? Or devious. Who, madam? Other gas companies, of course. Other gas companies? Not quite what I was expecting. We generate gas and we deliver it to our customers fair and square. Indeed, nobody's questioning that. There are other unscrupulous gas companies here in London that don't even have any gas at all. What? They don't have any gas? How do they go about selling it to people? You wouldn't think it possible, would you? They steal our gas, you see? Let's sell that. Steal your gas? How on earth is such a thing possible? Gas companies like ours deliver gas to people's homes using a network of pipes. These devious reprobates secretly disconnect our pipes and divert our gas into their own rotten pipes. Going into this feels relevant. They make a contract with the household supplied by those pipes, take money for the precious gas that's rightfully ours without us even knowing. Diverting gas into their own pipes illegally, a brazen form of theft. We visit customers' houses to collect the money from their meters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, first I have to check whether or not one of these devious companies have been up to its tricks. What button is it? Pursue. Got something to say about that, juror number 3. Oh, golly! You mean me? I'm terribly sorry, I was just thinking to myself. Really did catch him off guard there. Thinking about what the lady next to you was saying, correct? Well, yes. I just got a little riled up about it recently, you see? Go on. An old about gas worker visited my house the other day to investigate the pipe work. We need to ask you for your cooperation while we carry out a secret check of your property, sir, the fellow said. Did I let him in? You know what he did? I'm afraid I have no idea. Please tell us. Proceeded to take one of my lights off the wall. They grabbed the exposed mouth of the pipe, started blowing into it. What do you think you're doing, young man? You're giving away company secrets there. Oh, please, everybody knows. Very nearly the death of me, I can tell you. What do you mean? I'll explain, if you don't mind. As I said before, those unscrupulous other gas companies connect their customers to our pipe network. Yes, but how does blowing into the pipes come into it? Obviously, there's gas in the pipes. It's a fairly low pressure. By blowing air through the pipe, you can make the pressure drop temporarily. And if you do that, any lights connected to the same pipe will flicker for a moment. Oh, is that what... Remember, Garrett has been watching the lights and stuff. Oh, I see. In other words, if upon blowing into the pipe, the lights of an adjacent property that has no contact with your company flicker, you can know that these devious scoundrels have been meddling with the pipes. Exactly, my lord. That's it in a nutshell. It's the reason why we have teams of workers going around neighborhoods to investigate which lights flicker. Trouble is, a particular worker who came to my house didn't know the strength of his own breath. Blew down the pipe with all his might. You guess what happened, can't you? Well, if he blew hard then. Wait, you mean? That's right! Lights didn't just flicker, they went out, along with the stove. Gas started pouring into the house. What a disaster. Gas supply must have been interrupted briefly because the man blew too hard, so the flames went out. Right, I yelled at the fellow. Why are you trying to kill us all? I said. By disconnecting a lamp and blowing into the exposed gas pipe. Oh! I get it now. Possible to extinguish lamps and stoves connected to the same network of pipes. Then when the gas started flowing again, it just silently seeps into the room. Okay, who would have guessed that before they brought this up? No one would have known. Of course, if you blow into a gas pipe, you could test it. Mr. Naruhodo, I think perhaps. It's almost certainly the clue we've been hoping for. Juror number 3. The defense requests that you amend your statement to include that information. Oh well, if you like. I don't mind. Well, I do. That's a... Like I said, madam, it's widely known already. That was an auto cutoff, so I'm not reading that. Very well, juror number 3, you'll amend your statement accordingly. Yes, my lord. Am I really sure what the point of all this is? We'll do it into a gas pipe and you extinguish everything in the house. Then you're in real trouble. Can we connect it to anything? Oh! Is that good? Yes, it is. Those two statements clearly contradict each other. Get the old man, kill him! Good gracious! Whose statements do you refer, counsel? Juror number 6. You hear what juror number 3 just said? Hey, why? Yes, of course. I heard a mumbling about something or other. There is another explanation, you believe? Stumbling beside Mr. Natsume's, he did, in a manner of speaking, pass the victim's lips on the night in question. What? What explanation? I wonder. The police checked the mouth of the gas pipe feeding the wall light at the scene? See if there are any traces of poison there. I was curious to see what your floundering would result in this time, but the mouth of a gas pipe? Scotland Yard have enough to do without exploring such irrelevant. What a piece of work is a man! What are you trying to say, Mr. Shakespeare? What speakest thou? Prithee, is it not strange and strange? That is what I say to thee, sir, says the man. What do you call this? What is this? Dan? I hate him. I thought it's been quite clear. Let me put it another way. Strychnine could have been on the mouth of the gas pipe that feeds the wall lamp into your room. And that is how the poison came to enter your body. Good lord. Who did that then? Are they tasty then, gas pipes? Is that what he's saying? Like, what's his name? I don't think he ever entered the room. Like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put this here in case he ever blows on. Well, no, because he would have been the one doing that if he went in to test it. So that would have killed, well, I don't even know. They tasty then, gas pipes? Is that what he's saying? The gentleman suggesting the poor man was so desperately hungry he tried to fill his belly with gas. After no actress would perform a kiss scene with him. For shame, madam, speaking thy fancy. I assure you, not such a buffoon that I have to kiss pipes. I don't know about that one. This is no summation examination. This is a farce. Prosecution will not stand for any more of my learned Nipponese friends' conjecture. Are they gonna make me present? To begin with, the lamp in the victim's room was high on the wall. In order to have placed his lips to the pipe that feeds it, he would have to be a contortionist. These are empty assertions. There is no possible proof that the man did as you say. It is true. I have no proof Mr. Shakespeare did put his lips to the pipe. However, there is some certainty that on multiple occasions, Mr. Shakespeare has been doing something in front of that lamp on this wall. You slap the cheeks! I have evidence to prove it. Alright, we've got our intention, lad. Let's just see how you can be so sure of yourself. So would I. Let's see this evidence then. And then I've got the jury's ear to make this opportunity count. Yeah. This is the proof that time and time again, Mr. Shakespeare stood in front of the gas lamp. Handprints on the wall.
Take that!
What the? Sorry, these are, what are they called again? Skin prints that were found at the scene. Skin prints, counsel? Never heard of such a thing. Justice Ministry is currently assessing whether or not to permit fingerprints as evidence in court, however. My lord, this is an exciting new forensic technique developed by the great detective Mr. Herlock Sholmes. It reveals all the places Mr. Shakespeare touched in his room. Never seen anything like it. I mean, that's black magic, isn't it? I mean, really, like, we could just be making this up and, like, they wouldn't know. But it's always been, like, a little bit of an issue with Ace Attorney, right? Like, the lawyer just so happens to find, like, a random piece of evidence the police don't know about. They're like, oh yeah, here, we got this. Don't ask where I got it, it's fine. I mean, that's actually a plot point in Apollo Justice, isn't it? Well, if anyone could invent something like this, it's a great Sholmes fellow, that's for sure. I agree. This month's edition of Engineering Thumbs was quite fascinating. But skin prints in many places that you would expect. On the table, on the costumes. However, Mr. Shakespeare also appears to have been touching some very unexpected places in his room. For example, here. In the hanging picture there, indeed multiple handprints appear to be visible. I wonder, could he have been appreciating the artwork perhaps? First, my colleagues and I thought the same. However, by just standing with your hands where those prints are, you would find yourself directly in front of... Ah! I don't believe it! The gas lamp. The only reason why isn't immediately obvious. It's clear that Mr. Shakespeare has regularly been standing with his hands to the wall in front of that lamp. Great! What have you been up to, you nut? He really likes the painting. That's the quote to recall juror number 4's earlier statement. Me? What did I say? The blowing into a gas pipe would make the lights in the entire building flicker. And now, if you'll recall juror number 3's statement. What? Me now? When the gas worker who visited us home blew with too much force into the pipe, caused all the lights in the gas stove to go out, gas to start leaking into the rooms. Obviously, that incident was an accident. However, the simple fact is, if Mr. Shamster would have blown hard into the gas pipe here in this room, we could have extinguished every other light and gas stove in the building at will. Crikey! Wait, are you suggesting that the man purposefully caused the gas to...
Objection!
Hey, shut up, this is inconvenient for my case. Your nose case, please stop. Whilst I acknowledge the prosecution is required to remain silent during the information examination, I must toast my learned friend's utter disregard for the letter of the law. What is the meaning of this, Lord Fancy? This curious photograph, whatever it is, presented by the defense, so-called skin prints, clearly cannot be accepted as any form of usable evidence in this case. It has a point, but it's an exciting new forensic technique developed by a great, I mean, we probably should have ran this by, well, like Gregson was there when we did it. So it's like, it's pseudo accepted by the police. Okay, never mind. This is nothing. A mere toy developed by an amateur sleuth with too much time on his hand. Certainly, even research of this nature by the esteemed Mr. Sholmes cannot be recognized by the court as formal evidence. But couldn't they test the pipe? Please, my lord, if I may. Susato? It was not the defense's intention to submit the skin prints as formal evidence. We merely wish to present the results of the great detective's investigation of the scene as a tool by which to explain a possibility to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. And if the trial would have come to an end now, we should never learn the truth behind these mysterious handprints that everyone has now seen. I don't believe we can allow that to happen. I'm sure the jurors would agree. ... You're right! Whether those strange handprints are a significant clue or not, down for us to decide. Juror number 3. Oh yes, I do declare the great detective's investigation results an absolutely fascinating investigation. Want to hear what that shady actor fellow has to say about those shady handprints? Only 2? Are we gonna have to do more? What's the matter with you two? That's foolhardy. I did say, didn't I? Don't like to break a promise. Okay. Oh wait! Here it is, Lordship. It's about... I mean, they're supposed to pretend they never saw it, but like, they saw it, so they can't pretend. Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. Just one more juror changes his or her mind. Mr. Natsume's trial will have to continue. Thank you, Mrs. Sato. Couldn't have done it without you. Now, it's you. Oh, we need one more. It's you who identified the clue, after all. Very much your success. Hello, sweaty man. I'm Mr. Shamspeare. Seem to be losing your composure. One more juror, Mr. Naruhodo. You can do it! Very well then. Continue, counsel. Really? We have more? Okay. Okay, the ones we already convinced are grayed out. Gas doesn't come for free. It has a fortune to deliver it. What are you? Let's just press them, see what it says. I'm just gonna skim it. All the evidence? Okay, there's no room for doubt. Says the mustache man. Your so-called skin prints? Okay, it's a new line. Numerous handprints on the wall are clearly out of the ordinary. Why can't we say, hey, we want the police to go investigate the pipe for poison? He did indeed put his mouth to the gas pipe on the night in question. Can't be denied there's a possibility that's where the poison was. I won't deny that it's playing on my mind. Prosecution rightly says, should pay no heed to unacceptable forms of evidence. Signs. Yes? Even if the fellow's been up to some mischief with the gas pipe dozens of times before, doesn't mean he got up to the same shenanigans on the night in question, does it? Oh! I mean, that's Valid enough. Bring Garrett up to talk about flickering lights. Can't make your case better than that. Fred, I can't change my stance. No, you know, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. What? That's true. Perhaps a little hasty. No, wait. Look, you've got your chance here, haven't you? It's time to prove your theory. You and your cohorts can, that is. Leave our nationality out of this, please. Can't substantiate your position. Heard the jurors that changed their minds before may very well change them back. What can I do? Is there any more proof I can give here? I show that Mr. Shamsbury really did blow down the gas pipe on the night in question? I believe we have supporting testimony via Garrett up. Sure, they don't have evidence to support my theory. However, there's a witness testimony that substantiates it. What's that? Testimony? This is incredible. Whose testimony? I don't remember if the lights did flicker that night, but I'm going to assume they did. It's all connected. Everything is linked. Person whose testimony revealed details about the gas. Mr. Garrett. Well, Mr. Foreman, not that one? I think he was listening. Really? Hold on, no. I skimmed past that. Witness who spoke about the gas on the night in question. Brickman? I mean, that's gotta be it. Right? Like, we don't have evidence, I think. Do we? Who testified about flickering lights? Meter Man? I don't remember. Okay, this is a game FAQ scenario, everyone. Game FAQs. Because if I have to go back through that every time, that might even be a fake. That might be like a ruse. Oh, you can't type in resolve. Great Ace Attorney. Gotta go to spoiler-free walkthrough. Like Clouded Kokoro, the second one, Memoirs. Trial Part 2. Oh, there's a third part trial. Natsume did? Okay, it's Natsume. You skip through this. Yada yada mustache. Yeah. Imprints. What did Natsume say about the lights? I don't remember at all. Okay. I know Garrett has been going on this whole case about, oh yeah, the flickering lights. I like to stalk people with the flickering lights. That's all he does in his spare time, but I guess Natsume.
Take that!
Yeah, obviously I'm talking about Soseki Natsume. Everyone will know this. Everyone, it's common knowledge. The defendant. Very beginning of the proceedings here in court yesterday, Mr. Natsume said the following. My lodgings, but a whole series of strange happenings in my... See, I remember that, just... Even on the fateful night it happened, when I returned from Mr. Shamsbury's room, lit my gas stove and climbed into bed. Before long, the stove went out. Somebody tried to kill me! The night in question, the gas in the defendant's room went out. So I asked the court, was that a mere coincidence? Or not? Good golly. That Shamsbury fellow blew air into the gas pipe to make the man's stove go out on purpose? Hold your horses there. Don't hold me. Don't hold me. What would he do that for? He sweated. Mr. Foreman? What the? What is it, man? You don't allow judgment to be passed whilst the doubt remains. It's true that I don't have conclusive evidence yet. However, I surely agree there's more to this case than meets the eye. Ah! Hold on, just checking OBS. All good there? We're 15 minutes in, jeez. Fair enough. Like I said at the outset, a man of logic, first and foremost. 4 jurors leaning towards not guilty, my lord. We've overturned the decision. Therefore, defense calls for the trial to continue. And for the police to go investigate the pipe, that'd be really handy. The defense is rightfully indicated. Summation examination is concluded with a majority of jurors altering their decisions. 2 jury members now called guilty, 4 now called not guilty. Therefore, the jury's opinion is conflicted, and in accordance with the law of this land, hereby to order the continuation of this trial. Mr. William Shamspeare. My lord, how can thy humble Shamspeare serve thee? What say you in response to the various revelations made during the summation examination? So God mend me, I do solemnly swear, I recall aught of either the lamp or the pipe. Handprints made a tidy mess all over the wall there. How do you explain that, eh? Just to kill that guy, see ya. I am done with this. The dignity of this great courtroom has been sullied enough already. Juror number 5. Who, me? As I went to some pains to point out already, a print from the self-professed detective's Troy is no place in the British court of law. As such, whether or not the man did indeed stand before the gas lamp with his hands against the wall remains at the time unestablished conjecture. You'd all do well to remember that. The prosecution must concede that it would be extremely simple to verify. Just order the mouth of the gas pipe feeding that lamp in Mr. Shamspeare's room to be examined. If there are traces of poison there. What appears to be extremely simple is my Nippon-Niece's friend's mind. You'll recall that in order to check for the presence of poison in the tea, some remnants of tea were required. Just have like someone go lick the pipe and see if they feel funny. Yes? Therefore, it shouldn't be beyond your wit to imagine that even if poison were to have been spread on the pipe, it would have completely evaporated by now, making any analysis impossible. Is that true? Is that how it works? Think of that. In any case, counsel, fail to see what you could possibly have motivated the man to do as you describe. Why on earth would this fellow have wanted to blow air into the gas pipe work where he lived? Only one possibility I can think of, and that is to use the leaking gas to commit murder, so he can get to the kill Natsume to get to the middle floor. Order! Order! Counsel! Precisely whose life do you propose this man was plotting to end? Answer couldn't be simpler. Now we've unraveled the mystery this far. Mr. Shamspeare wanted to end the life of Natsume.
Take that!
If a gas lamp were to go out, it would be noticed immediately, of course. But a gas stove, on the other hand, would be silently extinguished by the killer without anyone noticing. I live around these parts myself, so I know what it's like. I tell you, trying to sleep without the stove lid is pretty much suicide. Freeze to death in no time. Mr. Garrett, the landlord, has a large fireplace in his part of the residence, on the top floor. In other words, it wasn't the landlord, but a fellow lodger whose life Mr. Shamspeare was trying to end. Outrageous! Talking, of course, about the defendant. Mr. Natsume isn't the villain in this case. The victim this man was trying to murder. Good gracious!
Objection!
The accused is actually the aggrieved. Interesting. However, fundamental facts of the case remain unchanged. Namely, we have no evidence. The accused is the aggressor here. What? How can you still claim that? Let us indulge your fancies for a moment. Assume that there was indeed poison on the mouth of the gas pipe. Question that then arises. Who put it there? Who did put it there? The only logical conclusion is that the person responsible was aware of this man's trickery with the gas supply and his intent to kill. Was it her? So let's go over the facts, right? Shamspeare is the prisoner who like faked his death and broke out, right? That is, he pulled a Romeo and Juliet. That is not up for debate, right? And he killed Duncan Ross with his gas poisoning method. The only person who could, in this case, who could know that, because she knew Duncan Ross and you know, maybe did detective work or something, is olive green. And we saw her about to commit suicide via poison. How did she get into his room though? Like, it's got to be her, right? His that indeed seemed logical. The assailant were unaware. How would he or she have known to lace the end of the gas pipe with poison? Wait, did she end up? Remember, she was invited to like Oh, do you think this is her envelope? Remember, she was invited to go talk to like someone at, which is why she's called to Briar Street. Oh, wonder, is that place on the map? It's not. I like how this is the same map we had on the first case. You can tell by the your books. Bless me. Anyway, now we must ask, how could anyone have known Mr. Shamspeare's murderous designs? You mean to suggest? Naturally, the sole possible answer to that question couldn't be more obvious. Only the man whose life was being threatened could possibly have known. What? In other words, the person who put the poison in the gas pipe was clearly a retaliatory attack. It only have been the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Whatever Mr. William Shamspeare may or may not have contrived to do, he is nevertheless the victim of a potentially lethal poison attack. The only person who could have possibly perpetrated that attack is the accused, Mr. Natsume. The defense counsel's theorizing has failed to avert suspicion from the accused. Far from it. In fact, now that a clear motive for the poisoning has been successfully established, that suspicion is greater than ever. Who would not agree, my Nipponiese friend? He pointed so hard he knocked him back. There's gotta be like a self-defense clause in there if Natsume did do that, which he didn't, but how did you manage to turn that around on me so rapidly? Mr. Norihono, you must respond. Otherwise, the members of the jury may very well change their leaning against us all again. How do we wrap this back around to her, though? Like, obviously we use the Selden angle, but like, I don't get how the story gets there. Remember, less chance to gain the advantage. What advantage? Well, think that somebody put poison on the gas pipe in Mr. Shamspeare's room. So we must name that person now and absolve Mr. Natsume of guilt. I mean, name the true culprit? No, it might sound impossible, but if we fail to do that, I have no doubt that Mr. Natsume's fate will be sealed once and for all. As it happens, one possible culprit does come to mind. The evidence, the poison, all pointing to a particular person now. Prosecution calls for the jury to consider their leanings again. I trust you'll make the correct choice this time, Mr. Foreman. What? Oh, don't you worry. We don't exact. See, I don't see how Yonosuke gets here. One other person who I believe could have been involved in all of this. So, yeah, I'm using like some meta reasoning to get to, like, you know, the fact that there's just not a big list of suspects. One other person who I believe could have been involved in all of this. True culprit of this crime. The true culprit? A term found only in second-rate novels featuring third-rate great detectives. My Nipponiese friend. Just shut up, Rudo Erica. Why not? This farce has gone on for so long already. See no reason to cut it short before its disappointing climax. Thank you. Tell us, my learned Nipponiese friend, what is your latest theory? Who is the so-called true culprit of this case? Was she even awake when the murder happened? I think so. Oh, that's how we started the case, so yeah.
That!
I don't even know. The name of the person responsible for the poison that afflicted Mr. Shamsphere is, I believe, Miss Olive Green. It's an interesting take that, like, remember, I was kind of suspicious of her in the beginning. I don't think that, like, she would be doing this altruistically. Like, well, like a revenge murder, right? It's like, not like a, I'm evil and I'm gonna kill everyone, right? I thought she was trying to frame Natsume. And like, she was like in on the conspiracy or something. Miss Olive Green? Miss Olive Green. You feel so I've heard that name in the recent past, Council. I don't recall where. Miss Olive Green. The woman from 6 days ago. The victim in the recent case of stabbing on Briar Road. Incident for which Mr. Natsume was arrested, I hasten to add. Oh. Of course! Yes, Miss Green! She was left comatose for some 3 days, I believe. Here she regained consciousness 2 days ago. Hardly need to remind the court that Mr. Shamspeare's poisoning took place 3 days ago. Given that the woman was lying comatose in a hospital bed at the time, she appears to have a rather fine alibi. True, on the night that the incident occurred, Miss Green was in the hospital, unconscious. On the face of it, it seems she couldn't possibly be responsible. Still, my colleagues and I visited Miss Green in the hospital yesterday. Found her to be in possession of a bottle of poison. Good gracious! She had poison? There's another fact that links Miss Green to this case as well. The defense requests that she be brought to the witness stand in order to explain the details to the court. Tell me, Mr. Shakespeare. My lord, pray, what be thy bidding? Are you acquainted with Miss Green? No, never heard of her. Judging by the look on his face, I think perhaps he genuinely doesn't know her. At least, not by name. As the voice of Her Majesty's prosecution here, I adhere to my word. We'll see my learned Nipponese fences parsed through to its conclusion. I appreciate that. Prosecution requests a short recess, my lord. Order to subpoena the witness and bring her here. Yes, Miss Olive Green. Indeed, my lord. 1 hour shall be sufficient. Very well, I grant their request. Excellent. I hope. Prince has made a most extraordinary accusation. At the present time, further prosecution's argument remains largely uncontested. Accordingly, I'm afraid the defendant and his culpability remain the sole subject of this court's attention. Thank you, counsels. We reconvene in 1 hour. Court is adjourned. To be continued? There we go. Okay. I'm really interested in seeing the direction the rest of the trial takes. Because that's probably what's going to connect this to the big old grand conspiracy going on. We'll see. Anyways, see you guys next time. Bye.